T-minus 1 minute and counting. The ground launch sequencer will verify that the 3 main engines are ready to start. The booster joint heaters are being deactivated at this time. T-minus 50 seconds. We're transferring to orbital internal power. Endeavour is now running off of its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start at T-minus 31 seconds.
TLS is go for auto sequence start.
T-minus 27 seconds and counting. Endeavour's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 18 seconds.
15.
The sound suppression water system has been activated, protecting Endeavour and the launch pad from acoustical energy. We're go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff of Endeavour, completing Kibo and fulfilling Japan's hope for an out-of-this-world space laboratory.
Houston, Endeavour, roll program.
Roger, roll, Endeavour.
This is Mission Control Houston. Endeavour's roll maneuver is being completed. It's now going into a heads-down position on track for its flight to the International Space Station. Flying at 400 miles per hour, 1 mile in altitude and 7 miles downrange already from the Kennedy Space Center. Endeavour's engines were throttling down as the orbiter passes through the area of maximum pressure on the vehicle, now 50 seconds into the flight.
Endeavour, go at throttle up.
Go at throttle up.
The 3 engines on board are throttling back up. Endeavour flying at 1,100 miles per hour, 10 miles in altitude, and 10 miles downrange. At liftoff, the fully fueled shuttle, boosters, and external tank weighed 4.5 million pounds. The total thrust at launch was 6,425,000 pounds. 1 minute 33 seconds into the flight, Endeavour flying at 1,900 miles per hour, 17 miles in altitude, and 16 miles downrange. All systems continue to function well. Endeavour has 3 good main engines, 3 good power generating fuel cells, and 3 good auxiliary power units for the hydraulic system. We'll be standing by for burnout and separation of the solid rocket boosters. Combined, the twin boosters provide 5.3 million pounds of thrust to propel the orbiter towards space. Booster officer confirms the SRBs, or solid rocket boosters, have separated. 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the flight. Endeavour flying at 3,100 miles per hour, 37 miles in altitude, and 51 miles downrange.
Endeavour, 2-engine Marone.
2-engine Marone.
Roman, on L1, we'd like high-load duct heater to Alpha Slant Bravo.
Complete.
Copy.
Commander Mark Polanski adjusting a heater on the environmental control and life support system. Endeavour can reach Marone in the event of a single engine failure. However, all 3 main engines are still operating well. Now 3 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight. Endeavour is flying at 4,000 miles per hour. Booster officer confirms that all 3 engines are performing well. Endeavour at an altitude of 56 statute miles and 120 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center.
Endeavor, negative return.
Negative return.
Roman, the extra duct heaters were because we saw a little cooling in the ducts.
Copy.
Now 4 minutes and 18 seconds into the flight, Endeavour is now flying too high and too fast to return to the Kennedy Space Center and the Space Shuttle landing facility in the event of an engine failure. All 3 Space Shuttle main engines continue to function well. The Environmental Systems Officer also confirmed that the flash evaporator system has been activated to provide cooling before the payload bay doors are open in orbit.
Endeavor, press to ATO. Select Zaragoza.
Press to ATO, select Zaragoza.
Now 5 minutes and 22 seconds into the flight, Endeavour could now reach a lower than planned orbit, but a safe orbit on 2 engines should one fail. All 3 engines are still operating well.
Endeavor, single engine ops 3.
Single engine ops 3.
Endeavour could conduct a transatlantic abort landing on 1 engine should 2 fail at this point, all 3 continuing to perform well. Endeavour is flying at 8,300 miles per hour, 67 miles in altitude, 350 miles downrange. Endeavour's engines have been commanded to swivel to put the orbiter in the proper heads-up position. That for communications with the tracking and data relay satellites.
Endeavor, press to MECO.
Press to MECO.
And single engine Zaragoza 104.
Single engine Zaragoza 104.
6 minutes, 30 seconds into the flight. That call about press to MECO.
Nominal shutdown plan. Go for the plus X, go for the pitch.
Copy, nominal shutdown, go plus X, go pitch.
Endeavour can reach the planned orbit on 2 engines, however all 3 continuing to perform well. And the shutdown plan of those engines is nominal, as Capcom Alan Poindexter indicated to Commander Mark Polanski.
Endeavor, single engine press 104.
Single engine press 104.
7 minutes and 12 seconds into the flight, Endeavour can reach its planned orbit on 1 engine should 2 fail, and all 3 are continuing to perform well. Endeavour is flying at 12,700 miles per hour, 65 miles in altitude, and 613 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. 7 minutes, 35 seconds into the flight, and the engines are throttling down to maintain structural limits on the orbiter as it passes or approaches loads near 3 times gravity. Eight minutes, 31 seconds into the flight, booster officer confirms the main engine cutoff. And external tank separation is confirmed. Endeavour and its STS-127 crew in orbit. Continuing on the mission to the International Space Station.
Endeavour, nominal MECO, OHMS 1, not required.
Endeavour, copy.